You know if it's Fiesta time and you have access to Berserk status, it is time to fight Shinryu. Here we go with run number 3 of 2019, a Team 750 run. You see a Black Mage, Chemist, Summoner, and a Bard. Right there, the Bard is getting it started with the Apollo Harp. Bingo, bango, bongo. The Chemist is double checking that he's got the Power Staff equipped. Of course, the Chemist has other methods to inflict the Berserk status, but we happened to pick up a Power Staff in this run just by fighting some of the Dark Wizards in the upper floors of Exteth's Castle back in World 2. So when I saw that pop up, we went with it. So that's how we inflict our Berserk status right here. The Black Mage right there attempted to use a mix to put darkness status on Shinryu. Now, the common wisdom is that the dark matter eye drop mix is the one that will inflict darkness status straight up. It does not seem to work on Shinryu, nor does it seem to work on the final boss. So dark, I believe it's called dark gas or gloom gas, does not seem to work on these enemies, despite the fact that that's the one that says it inflicts darkness status. Dark Sai, which is Dragon Fang and Eye Drop, that one is supposed to inflict darkness as well as, I believe, confusion and maybe HP leak or something like that. You would think that that one doesn't hit heavy targets, but it seems to hit heavy targets with the darkness status. Of course, it doesn't hit it with confuse status because Shinryu's immune to all of that stuff. So Dragon Fang Eye Drop is the mix that you want to use to put darkness status on these final enemies. And I usually use it for the final form of Neo Exteth. The front piece that does a lot of physical attacks is vulnerable to darkness status, of course, as is Shinryu here. So Shinryu is Berserk and in darkness status. Just to make sure we are having extra fun, Golem is going to pop up here. So if Shinryu ever does land an attack, Golem is going to make sure it does not actually make its way down to the character. I believe I also have some of the Guardian Daggers for weapon parry. Everybody has the running shoes on or the Hermes sandals on, so everybody's got haste status. I don't usually use elf capes. Once we get access to the Hermes sandals, I try not to use any other accessory, minus the wall ring if we need to for certain fights. So you can see the Chemist is not doing huge damage into Shinryu's magic defense. Same thing with the big casters. Shinryu has a pretty good magic defense that's going to absorb a lot of the damage that is coming in. The only thing that is getting through that is, of course, the Apollo Harp, which is putting massive numbers up against Shinryu. It has a critical hit effect against dragons, and it does so 100% of the time. So dragons are going to be going down really easily if you've got access to Apollo Harp. So the Bard is attacking with that. Everyone else is using Fire 3. They are boosted with rods. The Summoner has a Fire Rod. The Black Mage has the Wizard Rod, which boosts all of the elements. I don't usually use the Lilith Rod because I find that getting one extra multiplier on those spells is almost never more damage than boosting it. I suppose if there was some certain things with magic defense, maybe you could use one extra multiplier or even 2 extra multipliers to get there, but that's not the case. So we use the elemental boost. We'll take the 100 AP, we'll take the Dragon Seal, and we'll take the Ragnarok as we go on to the final battle.